What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 3 of the Nati pod. I'm your host, Ryan Townsend. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's look to recap the Bengals' 33-25 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars today at Paul Brown Stadium. Man, I'll tell you what. If you're a Bengals fan and you're still not jacked up after that game, I don't know what to tell you because I'm still jacked. It's been 3-4 hours since the game ended, and juices are still flowing in me a little bit, man. I'm so excited to finally see Joe Burrow get his first career win as a Bengal. I'm just excited to see the work of this team pay off. You know, last season, we had to wait 14 games, 14 long, one-possession games that I thought, we could have had here and there some games, yeah, for sure. But to get a win for this team after being so close in the first 3 weeks, come out in game 4 and get a win, I think that's a huge momentum booster going into next week against Baltimore and just down the line for the season. But I'm really happy for the guys in the locker room, man. Happy for Joe Burrow, Coach Taylor, offense, defense, just everyone on that team, man. Especially the fans, man. I mean, the fans deserve this. Seeing Joe Burrow and what he did today, what he's done the past 3 weeks, and everything going today for the offense and defense, I mean, I'm really excited. I'm really see where this team can go down the line here in the season coming up. But just a couple quick thoughts about today, man. First half had me nervous a little bit, not gonna lie to you. We go score on a Tyler Boyd touchdown. It gets called back for holding on Trey Hopkins. Turns into 3-0. We let Jacksonville go down and score 7-3. A couple possessions later, they get a field goal. We take it back down, score, make it 10-10. And I'm thinking, all right, there's 56 seconds left. Jacksonville's out of timeouts. We've already got a score. We get the ball to start the second half. Defense here has got to step up and make a play. Make a play, keep guys in bounds, keep them in front of you, don't let them get out of bounds. Because the last thing we need here is a momentum killer going into the second half. We get the ball to start, like I said, but going into halftime at 10-10 is a lot better than going in down 17-10. Especially thinking last week when, Philly, we had that lead a little bit, and then we let them go down and score, mix up a man in zone coverage. Greg Ward goes down the end zone for a touchdown. Just a huge momentum killer for the guys. Sure enough, defense does it again today. 56 seconds left, no timeouts. They just let Jacksonville go right down the field. I mean, the defense at some point has got to step up in that time frame right there. Because going into halftime on 13-10 is a lot different than going into halftime tied 10-10. I mean, I don't know if it was the play calling today, if guys just didn't know what their assignments were, they were getting lost, maybe I don't know, some rub comp sets were going that I didn't see, but somehow, some way, the Bengals defense has got to be able to close out the second quarter and take some momentum into halftime for the guys. It just has to be done. Obviously, I hope that can get fixed by next week, playing Lamar. The week after that, we got the Colts, 2 good opponents right there. But the defense got to find a way in that time frame right there to step up, man. But overall today, in the second half, What a second half for the Bengals. What a second half. 17 third quarter points. Chalked up 6 right there to go 33 for the total day. Ground game, man. About time. In game number 4, I was hoping the running game would get there, and the running game got there. Joe Mixon looked great today. The balanced attack, man, was good. Defense stepped up today too, man. In the second half, they really did step up, and I was really pleased overall just with the team effort in the second half. A little slow start in the first half, like I said, but coming in the second half right there, I liked what I saw from the Bengals, man. I really did. I was really pleased. We go up 2 possessions. We end up winning a 1-possession game, obviously, because Jacksonville got some points here and there and ended up kicking that field goal at the end with about 8 seconds left. But really pleased with how the team played in the second half and was able to pull out the win there today against Jacksonville, man. Couple stats for you guys. Joe Burrow today, 25-36, 300 yards, touchdown, and interception. Tip your cap to you, my man. Just set an NFL record today. First rookie quarterback, 3 straight games of 300 yards passing. Congrats. That's awesome, man. What you've been doing, to help this team try and win, man. You deserve that win today. Everyone was behind you today. Tyler Boyd, 7 receptions for 90 yards. Led team receptions again. T. Higgins today, looking good after last week. 4 receptions, 77 yards today. After 5 receptions, 40 yards, and 2 touchdowns last week, man. T. Higgins is really being that guy. Really being a guy for us, stepping up. John Ross inactive back-to-back weeks. Auden Tate's been getting some time here and there, but T. Higgins is really stepping up in a big way for the offense. Joe Mixon today too, man. I'm happy for you, Joe, man. That was a great performance for you today. 25 carries, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Taking it to the passing game, 6 receptions, 30-yard and touchdown. A little hat trick for the guy today. Dude, he looked good. A little energized. They didn't know if he was going to play today. Said he had some chest pain yesterday. Went on the injury report, questionable to play today. I think I saw a tweet that said they didn't know he was going to play until about 11 a.m. today. Really had some chest troubles last night. But, hey, I'm happy he was able to play, man. He really gave it his all for us today. And the offense showed what they can do and who they can be. When we get Joe Burrow going in the pass game, Boyd, Higgins, Sample a little bit today, if we can get A.J. Green in there sometime, all these weapons that he's got. And then the run game going with Joe Mixon, get Gio in there a couple times, man. I mean, they had 505 yards of total offense today. That's awesome. And that's what we expect from this offense. When we know Joe Burrow can throw it, Mixon can run it like that, man. Everyone around him in the supporting cast looking good. I mean, that's the standard for the offense. And hopefully we can carry that into the next couple weeks, starting especially next week with Baltimore. Defense today, 89 yards rushing given up. 89 yards. Week 2 was about 200. Last week against Philadelphia, 175. This week, 89 yards rushing given up. That's awesome. I mean, that's just awesome for the defense, especially with Mike Daniels being put on IR. Logan Wilson is out today after having a great game last week. Geno Atkins hasn't suited up for the 4th week in a row. I mean, run defense today, fantastic, man, fantastic. And overall, I thought the defense played well too, especially in the second half. Jesse Bates, man, 10 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 2 passes deflected. Tell you what, Jesse Bates, man, he is a player. He is slowly creeping up into the conversation of top safeties in the league. And especially with him and Von Bell, probably our best open field tackler on the team that I've seen so far. Him and Von Bell getting close, man, to that combo of being one of the better safety combos in the league. I mean, Bates played well today, just flying all around the field today. I mean, huge plays on the run. Big stops, when we needed on a couple of 3rd and shorts, 2nd and shorts. Had a really good pass breakup today of Tyler Eifert, but dude just continues to impress and continues to play well. Glad we drafted him when we did in that class. LaShawn Sims stepping up today a little bit for Darius Phillips. Darius Phillips played, but he had to go to slot corner today with Mackenzie Alexander not playing today. 8 tackles, 1 pass deflection. I thought he had a pretty good day at corner. Von Bell, DJ Reader joined the company with 5 tackles each. Overall, with the defense, man, I'm pleased, especially in the run game, only giving up 89. That's really good. It's a really good step in the right direction, just like the standard for the offense. I mean, that's a standard for the defense. Just flying around, man, everyone going at the same time, and I'm just excited to see how we can improve and how we can keep going on the weeks to come, man. I'm just excited. 3 takeaways for me from today's game. Number 1, we already talked about a little bit, but the balanced offensive attack in the second half. Great job from Burrow. Great job from Mixon. If we keep that going in every single game, we're going to be in every single ball game, no matter who we play. Just having that balanced offensive attack and actually, setting the standard for what's to come, man. Great job overall. I was happy with it. Hopefully we can keep that going a little bit down the line here in the season. Number 2, big thing, offensive line. My tip of the cap to you guys. You gave up 1 sack today. 1 sack. I mean, that from last week, 8 sacks. I was worried if Joe Burrow was going to be okay. This week, only giving up 1 sack. New guy at right guard today, Alex Redmond, just signed off the practice squad. I thought he had a good day at right guard. A couple key blocks on some plays. But the offensive line, man, stepped up in a big way. And that really, I think, helped propel the offense. Because a lot of people know that if you're only passing, there's got to be some pressure given to the quarterback, and that's what defenses have been doing to us. I mean, just putting pressure on Joe Burrow, seeing that we didn't have a run game. Just the offensive line stepping up, really blocking for Mixon today, really blocking for Burrow, getting the offense going. That's huge, and hopefully they can continue that down the stretch a little bit. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. I was hoping Redmond can keep this up like he did today until Suafilo gets back. But overall, man, happy with the offensive line. Great job today. And my final takeaway before we close up today. Some Bengals fans might not want to hear this, but A.J. Green's time in Cincinnati, I think, is coming to a close. I don't know if it's going to be this year. Don't know if it's going to be in the middle of the year. If we trade him, I'm not saying that. I'm not putting a prediction out there because he's on the franchise tag for us, obviously. But A.J. just does not look good right now. I don't know if he's not 100%. I don't know if he's just getting up. It's because he's getting up there in age. But A.J. just does not look like the old A.J., man. He's not explosive out of his routes. Not coming up with balls that he should. I mean, he only had 1 reception for 3 yards today. Unlike, my bold prediction of 8 receptions, 110 yards, and a touchdown. He only had a reception for 3 yards today. But I don't know if it's just him and Burrow don't have the connection yet, if he's really wearing down on his body, getting up there in age, like I said. But, I mean, there's a couple balls today, I think, thrown AJ's way that if he's explosive and he's going with it, all he's got, man, I think he comes up with those balls. A couple of them big plays. One of them was a pass interference, I'll give. Free safety came over a little bit. I thought it was pass interference, didn't get called. But I think his time slowly coming to an end in Cincinnati, especially with T. Higgins playing well, man. That 9 to 85 connection is back in Cincinnati. Going from Carson Palmer to Chad Johnson, or now Chad Ochocinco, to Joe Burrow and T. Higgins, man. Especially with A.J. being out, T. Higgins stepping up. I mean, hopefully A.J. and Joe can get the connection going. I know Joe talked about this week in the press conference that, they're still working out the kinks a little bit, seeing where A.J. likes to catch the balls, his depth on the routes, how quick he gets out in and out of breaks. But, I mean, hopefully he can turn it on for us, but sometime soon, man, it's going to happen. AJ's no longer going to be a Bengal. I think we just got to accept that just with the way he's playing right now. But, I mean, like I said, I'm trying to be positive a little bit. Hopefully he can turn around, get back to his old AJ ways a little bit for us. Still got 12 games left in the season, man. I'm not really hitting the panic button per se, but there's definitely a difference from the AJ Green now to the AJ Green we've loved and known. And so, I mean, we'll see what goes on with the rest of the year and what goes on with the connection with him and Burrow and just his role in the offense a little bit. But up next for us, got the Baltimore Ravens travel to Baltimore. Lamar Jackson and company just came off a 31-17 win today over Washington. They're 3-1 right now. But looking forward to that game next week. Preview should be up probably Friday or Saturday on it. I think it should be a good game. Probably not going to predict us to win. Not giving us any hate right now, but I mean the Ravens are good, man. We had problems with Lamar last year. Defense really struggled, but it's a new defense. We got a new team. I'm hoping for the best, man. But we'll see what we go from there. But overall, man, good day to be a Bengals fan. Great day overall. 33-25 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bengals moved to 1-2-1 on the year. Going on the road to Baltimore next week. We'll see what we got going on there, man. But overall, thank you guys so much for joining me today on the Bengals Jaguars recap. Be on the lookout for new content this week with all the Bengals and possibly some Reds with what I see down the road. But again, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Who day? We'll see you guys next time. Talk to you soon.